Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this beautiful weather that we've started to have. It was really rainy and dreary for so long, and now that we're staying at home we get to enjoy this beautiful weather. Sorry, I got a phone call. It's always fun to do virtual programming. Today we were going to be building some stuff, but first I am going to read you guys a story, and it is called Rosie Revere, Engineer. And Addie wants you to know, my little girl Addie, she wants you to know that this is her storybook and it's one of her favorites. This is the story of Rosie Revere, who dreamed of becoming a great engineer. In Lila Greer's classroom at Blue River Creek, young Rosie sat shyly, not daring to speak. But when no one saw her, she peeked in the trash for treasures to add to her engineer's stash. And late at night, Rosie rolled up her sleeves and built in her hideaway under the eaves. Alone in her attic, the moon high above, dear Rosie made gadgets and gizmos she loved. And when she grew sleepy, she hid her machines far under the bed where they'd never be seen. When Rosie was young, she had not been so shy. She worked with her hair swooping over one eye and made fine inventions for uncles and aunts, a hot dog dispenser, and helium pants. Helium pants.
Can I see? Oh, and just like
The uncle she loved most was zookeeper Fred. She made him a hat to keep snakes off his head. From parts of a fan and some cheddar cheese spray, which everyone knows keeps the pythons away. And when it was finished, young Rosie was proud, but Fred slapped his knee and chuckled out loud. He laughed till he wheezed and his eyes filled with tears, all to the horror of Rosie Revere, who stood there embarrassed, perplexed, and dismayed. She looked at the cheese hat and then looked away. "I love it," Fred hooted. "Oh, truly I do." But Rosie Revere knew that could not be true. She stuck the cheese hat on the back of her shelf, and after that day kept her dreams to herself. So Rosie got kind of embarrassed, huh?
Why is she in jail?
And that's how it went until one autumn day, her oldest relation showed up for a stay. Her great-great-aunt Rose was a true dynamo who worked building airplanes a long time ago. She told Rosie tales of the things she had done and goals she'd checked off of her list one by one. She gave a sad smile as she looked to the sky. "The only thrill left on my list is to fly." But time never lingers as long as it seems. I'll chalk that one up to an old lady's dreams. That night, Rosie lay wide awake in her bed. A daring idea crept into her head. Could she build a gizmo to help her aunt fly? She looked at the cheese hat and said, "No, not I." But questions are tricky and some hold on tight, and this one kept Rosie awake through the night. So when dawn approached and red streaks lit the sky, young Rosie knew just how to make her aunt fly. She worked and she worked till the day was half gone, then hauled her cheese copter out onto the lawn to give her invention a test just to see the ridiculous flop it might turn out to be. She made a cheese copter.
You would be good to eat, but not to fly.
The girls think it would be good to eat, but not necessarily to fly in. I don't know. We'll see. Strapped into the cockpit, she flipped on the switch. The Helio cheese copter sputtered and twitched. It floated a moment and whirled round and round, then froze for a heartbeat and crashed to the ground.
See?
Oh, man.
See? We was right, you was wrong. We was right, you were wrong.
Okay. Then Rosie heard laughter and turned round to see the old woman laughing and slapping her knee. She laughed till she wheezed and her eyes filled with tears, all to the horror of Rosie Revere, who thought, "Oh no, never, not again will I try to build something to sputter or spin, or build with a lever, a switch or a gear, and never will I be a great engineer."
Oh yes, you will. Can I see?
You can see while I'm reading it. She turned round to leave, but then great Aunt Rose grabbed hold of young Rosie and pulled her in close and hugged her and kissed her and started to cry. "You did it! Hooray! It's the perfect first try. This great flop is over. It's time for the next." Young Rosie was baffled, embarrassed, perplexed. "I failed," said dear Rosie. "It's just made of trash." "Didn't you see it? The cheese copter crashed." "Yes," said her great aunt, "it crashed. That is true. But first it did just what it needed to do. Before it crashed, Rosie, before that, it flew." "Your brilliant first flop was a raging success. Come on, let's get busy and move on to the next." She handed a notebook to Rosie Revere, who smiled at her aunt as it all became clear. Life might have its failures, but this was not it. The only true failure can come if you quit.
What's that blue writing?
I don't know. We'll look at it later. They worked till the sun sneaked its way to its bed. Aunt Rosie tied her headscarf round Rosie's head and sent her to sleep with a smile ear to ear, to dream the bold dreams of a great engineer. At Blue River Creek, all the kids in grade 2 build gizmos and gadgets and doohickeys too. With each perfect failure, they all stand and cheer, but none quite as proudly as Rosie Revere. I miss a page? No, I got them all. Okay, so our activity actually goes really, really well with this book because I had put supplies on our Facebook page that you were going to need to build an Easter egg rocket, okay? So you were going to need a toilet paper or paper towel roll, which I know these are in short supply these days, so paper towel rolls work too. And you were going to need an Easter egg, one that breaks open. Okay, well, I was trying this last night and I realized that my eggs had holes in the top, holes in the bottom, and didn't seal quite tight enough. So the gas that we needed that makes this project work was escaping through the holes in the eggs. So anyhow, if you have better Easter eggs that don't have those holes, when you get ready, you're going to put the top part of your egg in your toilet paper roll, okay? And you'll either need to glue that or tape that down. Now, this needs to be done with your parents' supervision, okay? Parents, you're going to want to let your child decorate their toilet paper roll to look like a cannon. So just like Rosie did when my Easter egg launcher did not work, I decided that I would make some changes to that. So,
I need to go to the bathroom. Could you stop?
Okay, you need to go on ahead and go. I'm in the middle of this. Thank you very much for telling me. I love working from home, y'all. So I decided that I was going to use these instead. So pretty much anything that has a lid that will be airtight will work with this. Make sure that you are having your parents help, okay? So Mr. Corbett last night got really excited about this project, and he helped me decorate mine to look like a rocket, okay? So when you get ready to go outside and launch your rocket, I'm using this, but you can also use the Easter egg launcher. The process is exactly the same. Okay, I'm going to take my lid off, and inside my tube, I'm going to pour some water. Make sure that you have your parents' help to do this part, okay? Because the actual experiment part makes a little chemical reaction here, and you always need to have your parents help with this part, okay? So I poured some water in there, and I have my Alka-Seltzer tablets, okay? Oh. And this one, I'm going to take this Alka-Seltzer tablet right here, and I'm going to take my rocket and my cap, and we're going to go outside, okay?
Can I get my shoes on?
All right, you need to hurry and get your shoes on. So my little girls are really excited for Clover Bud. All right. Oh, what a gorgeous day it is. All right. So now I am outside, and I am going to get ready to launch my rocket, okay? And Addie is going to hold the phone for me, and I'm going to twist the camera. Hang on. Flip it around. Okay. Addie will hold the camera for me, and she's going to point so you can see what I'm doing, okay? I'm going to put my Alka-Seltzer tablet down in there, and I'm going to put my cap on. Oh! Oh, no! The wind blew it over. Hang on. See, when you stop, Clyde. When you don't succeed, engineers, keep trying. So we are gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna go back inside and get some more water. And I'm probably gonna just hold it next time. Okay. All right. So now I am gonna get a little bit more water and another Alka-Seltzer tablet. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. And we'll go back outside and try this one more time. Okay, here Addie comes. She's gonna hold the camera for me again. Come here, Addie. Oh, they went to the chicken house to collect the eggs while I was inside. I'm a professional, y'all, I promise. All right, she's gonna hold it for me. Oh, watch the thing. Make sure you can see the thing. What happened was that the acid started to build up in our rocket here, okay? And when that happened, it produced a gas, and eventually the gas got to be too much to be in the container, and the pressure forced the lid off of the container. So our contest for this week is going to be for you to build either your Easter egg cannon or something else, and I want to see what you guys come up with. I want to see what engineering feats you guys can make, and I want you to add either a video or a picture to the comments on this video, and we will choose a winner on Monday. So thanks for watching and for participating with me today, and I can't wait to see you guys again next week. Thanks.